Oh yeah, that snow is here. It's creating a mess in the mountains. Vail Pass was closed on and off throughout the day because of dangerous driving conditions.
And soon that won't be a problem just for the high country. That's because Denver is expected to see its first snowfall of the season overnight, and the city is planning to open up cold weather shelters starting tomorrow. That's just the start of what we're expecting to be a very busy week of weather. Thanks for joining us for 9 News at 10. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Kim Christensen. We want to begin tonight with Kathy and a closer look at the forecast. It's coming down out there, Kathy.
Kim, we're overdue and we're out of practice, and here we go, right? We're going to have that overnight rain change over to snow. So we're calling tomorrow weather impact day just for the first half of the day, because look what we've already seen in the high country. That moisture is coming to Denver. 15 inches of snow at Copper Mountain, 13 at Breck, 7 at Keystone, 6.8 at Dillon, and 5 inches of snow in Winter Park. Between 3 a.m. and 10 a.m. in Denver, that rain will flip to snow. Quarter of an inch, half inch downtown, but 2 to 4 west and south of town. That will slow your morning drive. You'll need to allow for some extra time, certainly. Up to 6 inches of snow possible in the foothills with a winter weather advisory. We're already dealing with difficult mountain travel and road closures. And as Tom mentioned, the first Denver snow of the season. We're overdue, and this storm system could certainly be the one to bring it in. Temperatures are starting to fall, that cold air mixing in. We're currently 39 degrees, cold north wind, and that's also helping to generate the snow showers in the mountains, which will be moving into Denver. So far, it's all rain in the city, but that will be changing over the course of the next couple of hours. Winter weather and travel advisories have been posted. I'll have the timing and impact coming up.
Greeley police say a 19-year-old man was shot and killed near the University of Northern Colorado campus on Saturday night. Police say they found the man lying in a roadway at around 7:10 p.m. where he was taken to the local hospital but pronounced dead there. Police say they believe it not to have been a random attack. UNC did issue a shelter in place on Saturday night that was later deactivated. And we've talked with you about a string of burglaries in Arapahoe County totaling more than $1 million in stolen goods. Well, tonight, the Boulder County Sheriff's Office says they're seeing similar crimes in their jurisdiction.
9 News reporter Colton Chavez joins us from Boulder. And Colton, you spoke with people living in a neighborhood in Boulder County that was hit.
That's right, Kim. And for these families, what they tell me is when it comes to things like money, like jewelry, like purses, all of those things can be replaced. But what you can't get back is that peaceful feeling inside your own home.
We were very free to leave doors open, windows open, and go around. Now we have to think about all that stuff before we leave the house, set the alarm, close everything up.
Chuck says he's not used to keeping everything locked tight or looking over his shoulder in his own neighborhood.
There are 6 houses, 5 of them were occupied, and I know 2 of those families.
We spoke with one of those families. They wanted to remain anonymous, but they say they came home after a vacation to find an upstairs bedroom destroyed and their jewelry and designer bags gone.
Now that we know the MO of going in through the second floor windows, people are putting sensors on the second floor.
Boulder County detectives believe these suspects are breaking into people's bedrooms and stealing their valuables. The sheriff's office says the crimes are similar to what's happening in Arapahoe County. Chuck says he's seen the Boulder County Sheriff's Office patrolling his neighborhood, but he still plans to lock his doors.
So as long as they don't want to run into us personally and we don't want to be running into them, I think we feel okay.
And the Boulder County Sheriff's Office says they need your help identifying these suspects. So they say if you have any information on that, they encourage you to give them a call. Live in Boulder County tonight, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
All right, Colton, thanks. I have some great news for you. In about 45 hours, you will see the last political ads of this election cycle. 1.7 million voters in Colorado have already returned their ballots. More than 500,000 of them are registered Democrats. 480,000 are registered Republicans. The majority, over 700,000, are unaffiliated voters. Coming up on Tuesday, Election Day, 9 News will have 7.5 hours of continuous special election coverage between Channel 9, Channel 20, and streaming on 9 News Plus. The coverage will start at 3 p.m. on Tuesday right here on 9 News.
More than half of people across the U.S. live in cities that want to bring traffic deaths to zero. It's part of Vision Zero.
That includes the city of Longmont. They joined in on the plan last year, and here with more on that is 9 News reporter Angeline McCall.
Decisions behind the wheel in one moment have impacts that can last forever.
It was 9 p.m. on a Sunday. It's actually my birthday. Was a weird day.
Olivia Munoz was celebrating another year when she saw a crash that took away someone else's chance at more time.
There were two young people street racing. They were going 100 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour road.
She tried to perform CPR on the victim.
After the event, and after a lot of healing, I felt like maybe there could be a glimmer of positivity, of change that we could do.
Now, 3 years later, she's trying to use her voice.
I was left with a lot of trauma, a lot of grief.
Sunday night, the city of Longmont held a World Day of Remembrance event, honoring lives lost on roads.
The intention for this event is to create a safe space for everyone in this room to acknowledge and feel whatever comes up for them.
Cami Pillar Edson was hired earlier this year to oversee the city's plan for Vision Zero, with the hope that there will be no more traffic fatalities on Longmont roads.
It's important to shed light on the fact that this is a preventable public health crisis that's going on our roads. We do not need to be experiencing as many fatalities and serious injury crashes as we are.
The city has already received a $1.2 million grant in its first year of Vision Zero.
I want to see my community be safer, and understanding that this is a public health approach to transportation.
So far this year, 5 people have died on Longmont roads. 5 people that city officials and advocates say should still be here.
Maybe through my story, we can start to create change.
In the last 7 years, 65 people have been killed and another 659 have been seriously injured on Longmont roads. The city will hear an ordinance at the next city council meeting that, if passed, would add red light and safe speed cameras throughout the city. Angela McCall, 9 News.
For the first time since CPW reintroduced wolves in Colorado, one of the animals has roamed south of I-70. CPW publishes a map showing the wolves' whereabouts on the 4th Wednesday of every month, but it released this one today in light of that development. You can see the wolf was around Vail and down near Leadville. The agency says it expects this to happen eventually.
It's been a while coming. After 4 years of closures and renovations, Denver's Central Library fully reopened to the public today.
9 News reporter Rhea Jha was there, and Rhea, you talked to people who are just really glad to have their library back.
Yeah, and they officially reopened their doors this morning at 11 a.m. And since it's the first time the library has been fully open since March of 2020, it was a big celebration.
I can't believe how many people we've had today.
The heart and soul of a community.
It kind of feels like coming home again.
Librarians like Alex Hernandez are used to hushing people at Denver Central Library.
It's been about 4 years.
But the silence was deafening after it closed for renovations in March of 2020.
It was definitely painful for a lot of us, because a lot of us got into this because we like working with the public.
On Sunday,
I mean, that's definitely not something you usually see.
the library came back to life.
To see like so many members of the community like pouring back in and so excited to see the new building, and people have just been voracious, like accessing all this material.
Welcoming people back with open arms right as they walk in.
Previously, we had like these horrible escalators on either side. Like everything just feels much more inviting, and also at the same time serves more of the needs of the community than it could before.
For some, the library has been a mystery.
I moved here about 2 years ago, so I have walked by it a lot and been just intrigued to see what it looked like inside.
Others
We're big library people, aren't we?
are happy to be back.
This is a place I used to come to 4 years ago, and like, it's amazing that like it's open again.
I like making bookmarks.
While the library is brand new, its purpose is timeless.
Just the essence of community. I mean, if we had a beautiful new building, but it was just a few people coming in to look around, it wouldn't be the same. It's really the amazing welcome that we got from Denverites overall.
The renovations include a whole new first floor and grand staircase and a number of new community spaces. The Denver Central Library is open from 10 to 6 Monday through Thursday and 11 to 5 on Sunday, closed Friday and Saturdays. Rhea Jha, 9 News.